Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Electra, and today we are going to be working on the Waterson House from the Amazing World of Gumball. I already built the house and I've already edited the footage, so we're just going to be watching the build and talking over my process, I guess. I don't know. I'm new to this, and if you have any tips on how better to do this, please let me know. I am all ears. Here's my reference picture. We are in the Newcrest world at the Comfy Cubby lot, which is a 20 by 15 lot. I really like that it's by the canal. I think that definitely saves a lot because of how small it is. It's not a lot I prefer to build on, but I think I made it work. I did have to sacrifice some things to fit into the lot, but overall I think it turned out really good. We're starting right now with the roofing. We are using half gabled roofs on each side. We're gonna bring them out so they're 2 tiles wide, and we're gonna extend that to meet the end of the second floor. And here we have a gabled roof that we are going to be connecting those 2 together with. And I like to bring my adjusters in on my roofs to help me line them up better. I think when the adjusters are in, it's so much easier than trying to connect them when they're overlapping each other. Now we're going to go on and work on the patio at the front of the house. Or I guess it's not a patio, I guess it's technically a porch. Yeah. And it's a really basic house, kind of. I think what makes it stand out is the colors. And I'm building the fence on the side of the yard that marks off their house from their neighbors, the Robertsons. I honestly, part of me wishes I built on a bigger lot so I could have built the Robertsons next to them, because I love the dynamic between the kids and the Robertsons. I think the animosity or the aggression that the Robertsons have towards them it's so funny. I did find a floor plan on Google, and I do use that to create the layout of the house. I do have to end up extending the house back 1 tile. I think I also extend it over 1 tile in a moment because the dining room needs to be more than 3 tiles wide. It's not going to cut it. I'm not going to be able to fit a big round dining table in there. This is going to be the back patio that's going to lead into the backyard. Yep, I'm getting ready to extend the house over 1 tile. Okay. Oh, and I gotta extend that roof back. Perfect. Now we're gonna do the patio roof, which I didn't have any reference images of the back of the house, so I kind of just guessed what the back looks like. I think it turned out well, but let me know your thoughts. I did some landscaping. It's pretty basic. I just used the wildflowers that are in and around the lot. Here's upstairs. I have Annalise on the one side, Gumball and Darwin, a hallway, and a bathroom. Then we have the laundry room, the kitchen, dining room, living room. I did extend that out 1 tile, and the parents' room. Here's my reference picture for the living room. I feel like this is probably the first time since like I was a child that I used the carpet flooring. I usually use wood or tile. I think wood floors look better. That's just my preference. I really like how this rug turns out. I end up layering these round rugs. I used the bracket key to make the red rug smaller, and I thought that turned out so cute and looked almost identical to the image. Here's the other picture. There's a lot of wood paneling in this house, and I guess I'd never realized watching the show how much wood paneling there was, but I feel like half of the downstairs is wood paneling. It's crazy. It reminds me of like my childhood home. I used the tool mod to make the TV larger because they have a pretty big TV, but it is boxy like that. And I did add some extra windows above the TV. I know it's not accurate to the show, but I thought only having the window in the dining room would look weird for the exterior, so I did add some extra windows. Like I said, it's not a one-to-one perfect recreation. And here's more paneling. I feel like the layout for the kitchen is unique. I've never done a layout like this, with the fridge across from the sink and then the stove like in a corner. I like it. I think it turned out really cute, and I did test it and it does work. And I realized that arch that I had there was not accurate. It needed to be a half wall so you could look out into the dining room. And now again, more wood paneling in the laundry room. Same flooring, thankfully. I do end up decorating the house at the end, and I didn't record that because that would be like hours of me just scrolling through the catalog. Here's the parents' bedroom. I love the color green, so I was really happy to see green flooring. I thought it looked really pretty with the yellow walls. And now we're doing the bathroom upstairs. I do end up having to make some alterations to the bathroom because when I play tested it, the shower didn't work. So I'll show you the updates that I made. And now we're doing Gumball in Darwin's room, and Annalise's room. I put a bookcase upstairs in the hallway because there was no bookcases in the rest of the house, so I thought Annalise would at least read. And here it is cluttered up. I really like how it turned out. I think it, for me at least, it definitely gives Amazing World of Gumball. And I have the trash can hidden in that one little archway and the kitchen. Yeah, so that's the downstairs all cluttered up. I think my favorite room in the house is probably the kitchen. And then there's the kids' room, the bathroom, and Annalise's room. And yeah, so that's the house. We're gonna go over and look at my game real quick, and I'm gonna show you the updates I made in the bathroom. Okay, so here's the finished house. I did add some balloons out front to represent their one friend. I have the 3 bikes for Annalise, Gumball, and Darwin. I put a pool back here just because Darwin's supposed to be a fish, and I wanted some water to represent that. We have some potatoes back here, and I put a chicken coop here. For some reason, I want to say one of their friends, there's something about a chicken. I could be wrong. I haven't watched the show in like a couple of years, but I do remember something about a chicken. Don't quote me on that one. I could be wrong, but I remember something about a chicken. And here's the updates I made to the bathroom. Basically, I just moved the shower over to this side with the curtain here as a shower curtain, just because it wouldn't work while it was in the tub. Unfortunately, I really thought it was. I was really hoping it would, but it did not. So yeah, that's the updates I did to the house. Here's my tester sim. I had her tester and everything out. Part of me wants to put a ladder up, but there's not really an attic. I don't know if they can actually come up here. I could test that, but I don't think they can. Let me see. they can't go up there. I didn't think they could. Okay. Wow. That. Can she stand up there? Oh, she can. Okay, so I could put stuff up here to represent the one kid who hid up here. So I think I'm going to do that. Let me know what else you think I should put up here to represent anything, because I think that would be really cute. I could have like some bean bags and like some boxes and maybe like a sleeping bag. That's what I'm looking for. It is like 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm doing this. So yeah, let me know some thoughts of what you would like added onto this, and I will put this up on the gallery. Can't remember my gallery ID off the top of my head, but you could always search the hashtag Amazing World of Gumball, and it will be up there shortly. All right,